You've heard it a million times, right? Product market fit. It's the holy grail. But what if I told you there's something you need way before that? Something critical you need before you even have a product, before you have a single user, before you've made a single dollar?
So, what is this magic ingredient? What's the one thing that gets people to bet on you when you've got literally nothing else to show for it? No product, no users, no revenue.
It's called founder market fit. And look, I know it sounds like just another buzzword, but trust me, it's the invisible engine behind the biggest success stories. It's your first real advantage, and maybe your most powerful one.
Okay, so what is it, really? A lot of people mix it up with just being passionate about something, but it goes so much deeper than that.
Think of it like this. It's a deep, natural connection between your life story, your background, your experiences, your frustrations, and the specific problem you're trying to solve. It's not something you learn from a book. It's something you've actually lived through.
And that's the key difference, right? Passion means you like an idea. Founder market fit means you have lived the problem. It's the difference between taking a wild guess at what people need and knowing their pain inside and out. Because, hey, it was your pain too.
You know it when you see it too. A founder with this fit, they talk differently. There's this urgency, this clarity. They're not just throwing around data points. They're telling you real stories. They don't need to do a bunch of research to figure out what to build because they already know. They are the customer.
So why does this matter so much, especially today? Well, if you're in a field like deep tech or AI, you might not see $1 of revenue for years. In that case, this fit, it isn't just a nice to have. It's probably the single most important asset you've got.
I mean, let's be real. Ideas are cheap. They're everywhere. What's rare? Genuine insight. That unique angle on a problem that nobody else has seen. And that kind of insight, it only comes from experience. Just picture it from an investor's point of view. You've got no product, you've got no revenue, all your charts are at zero. So what's the one thing that can be off the charts? Trust. And that trust is built on one thing, their belief that you are the person to solve this problem.
And hey, this isn't just for winning over investors. That authenticity, it makes you magnetic. It pulls on the right people, your first hires, your key partners, those early customers who become your biggest fans. They're not just betting on the idea, they're betting on you.
And you can feel the shift in energy. When you have this fit, you're not selling anymore. You're sharing. You're sharing a story, a frustration, a solution that feels so obvious to you. It's that genuine belief that's so persuasive.
All right, so we get what it is and why it's a huge deal. The big question is, how do you actually find it in yourself? And maybe even more important, how do you convince other people you've got it?
Well, it actually starts by looking backward, not forward. Forget about chasing the latest trend. Instead, dig into your own history. What parts of your past jobs drove you absolutely nuts? What tools did you hate using? The gold is usually buried in your own frustrations. Once you think you have something, you've got to check if you're the only one. Go talk to people just like you, and if you see their eyes light up when you describe the problem, boom, you know you're onto something real.
Okay, but finding it is just step one. If you can't make other people see it, it's kind of useless, right? So how do you take this feeling, this experience, and make it obvious to the world?
You tell your story. It's really that simple. There's a world of difference between saying, yeah, I worked in robotics, and saying something like, for 5 years, I was on the floor of a manufacturing plant just watching these expensive robots fail over and over, and I just knew there had to be a better way. See? That one sentence tells an entire story. It's real, it shows you felt the pain, and it screams credibility. That's worth more than a whole deck on market size.
So here's the trick. You have to make it impossible to miss. Your why me, why now story, that's not a footnote. That's your headline. Lead with it. Back up your ideas with those tiny, specific details that only someone who's been there would know. Your whole goal is to show people what you saw that everyone else was missing. That's your edge.
And all of this brings us to what might be the most powerful idea of all. This isn't just about getting started. Founder market fit is your ultimate defense. It's the one moat that nobody can ever copy.
I mean, think about it. A competitor can build a copy of your product. They can steal your features. They can hire away your best people. But the one thing they can never replicate? Your life, your unique point of view, your story. That belongs to you and only you.
In the end, it's your obsession that becomes the moat. That deep, personal drive you have, that's what's going to push you through the tough times.
And it's what will always keep you a step ahead of anyone who's just jumping on a bandwagon.
So I'll just leave you with this one question to think about. Products get copied, features get copied, but you? Can you be copied?